working for
and that's why I love
normal
people.
retail places.
Live.
Yeah.
So Brenda, you're going to be in the recording corner.
Because not only, like, my closest Target, my closest TJ, my closest Costco is an hour and a half to 3 hours. Yeah. So, and that's an
Kimberly,
hour.
I'm actually becoming very popular.
Actually,
I'm gonna send you guys.
Even
this
if
email
I
with
wanted to
currency.
drive to Target and get it, I now have
Yeah,
to
they're
factor
competitive.
in
One is a
sales
business
and
currency
time.
currency.
So you need to be targeting
Fresh.
those
And it is a
right.
cryptocurrency.
In addition, if you
And
target
that is what 1,000
Jackson,
people a day joining that. right
there
now.
are two types of people in Jackson. Either
So
the uber
crazy. There's
wealthy,
another company
who
that
got
I
wealthy
believe,
because they're good with money.
and
They
it's
don't,
called
they're not.
Youth.
They don't throw it away.
Yes.
It's good money. Or you've got people who are and cutting corners every which way they
And they
can.
have
Those are your two groups.
couple
There's
hundred
no one in
people
between.
in the English speaking world. Companies being driven.
And so both of those people would love.
But
People in South Dakota would love you too. The farmers.
Oh, yeah.
Compare themselves.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but see, that's
It's a
right.
currency, it's a business currency that they created, but they,
Yes, it's gonna cost me a
So-
little bit to drive to the place.
people will actually
Now I get everything I need, if I need to do that. Or I go to
currency
Walmart and
will
get everything
determine
I
whether the
want.
company makes it,
But
right?
all of the, like, the
You know, it's like
ranchers and all
adoption,
those people,
Bitcoin,
they
you know,
live
It's
45
a
miles
little-
from the town.
Picture of me on, at the
So it'll be
beach.
dependent, this company is.
Beautiful water in the
I have my
background.
list, plus I walk past things and
They
go,
don't want
oh, I'd like that.
Justin, do I need these up?
Whereas if you're online
What?
Do I need to
shopping,
keep these
you
up?
buy your list.
No, we're good.
That's all you got.
So I just emailed you guys,
There's no, yeah,
the
the last.
link to actually be on the Hangout, so if you want your picture on the recording, you can chime in as well. So when you talk to your computer. Mute yourself, since we're in the same room, but if you want to talk, you can either come up in front of the camera or talk directly in there and it'll show up in the recording. I also sent the actual YouTube link. No. I sent the actual YouTube link.
Yeah, that
So-
one has like a 2-minute delay on it. Just FYI.
So yeah, I mean, if people wanted to watch it, or, actually, Brenda, can you send it to Jess? Tell her to send it to all of the people that paid for this that are not here. Send them that.
The YouTube link.
Yep.
Does she know?
I'm not sure how we're supposed to do it. I'll do that.
The delivery or mail. Yes.
Sounds good. I would have.
No. So, no, it's public.
Stop signing your hilarious. Well, I can hear you over here. You know.
Did you think one of the biggest? I took the pills, pretty sick.
I like it.
How do you get people on? How do you get on?
I sent Kimball, Donna, Jeff, and Dennis the link, so they may pop on.
Oh, I see. And what is it you
And
want
if
me
they
to
do,
click to meet them?
just hover over their picture, click that down
Okay.
arrow, and then mute.
Okay.
And also keep an eye on Skype, if that blinks, if Dennis says anything. Just let me know, because he shouldn't have any problems upsetting you. We need 3 minutes to use the restroom, and I'm ready to go.
Sorry for the delay. Oh, Dennis isn't here. He's sick and he's at home, but we're trying to get that set up so he can hear it.
Sorry, Dennis.
Well, I wasn't sorry, Dennis. I'm sorry, you guys who've been waiting.
I'm sorry you're sick.
Oh yes, definitely.
He's been sick for a while, hasn't he?
It's multiple, so it's not this one continuous one.
I can't remember if he's the one I'm thinking of or if it's somebody else.
But well, he
in a
got
different
sick for the
site.
last one, so what didn't come, you know. So.
Oh, for ignition? Oh, okay. He needs to get some greens or some vitamins or something.
Vitamins.
Juice.
I swear to God, that's saved my life.
So why,
I'm
Brenda,
not
why
trying
does,
to sell it or anything.
I'm not, I'm really not. I'm sorry.
Brenda, why does he not show up on here? Dennis.
He's on the Hangout as like listening, as an active. Like,
Not a
he's
participant.
not
Right.
participating.
Got it.
You were a guest.
So Brenda?
Yeah.
Are we,
It could be if you
on our own
want
for lunch?
Are we what?
Are we on our own for lunch, or are you guys
Well, that's what I
providing
was
the-
wondering.
No, yeah, meals are on your own.
Do we want to let Dennis be
I'm in
on it so
the
he can
summer
ask questions?
Yeah, I feel that way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's not showing
Yeah.
up.
He had to restart something. It'll be a little bit. It'll be probably 10, 15 minutes.
I never had a seat.
Yeah, pure luck.
Okay.
Yeah, so they might have told us, the way I understood it, yeah, the way I understood it, I understood it was.
Power Rangers was a 15-year-old company.
But.
Started this.
Alrighty.
Alright, you guys ready? So how far, tell me when my head gets cut off in that? Is my head above? You're good.
Keep going.
Oh, nice.
Now.
There. Alright, cool.
You can walk any way you want.
Alright. So, everybody got this written down?
We were setting it up.
I'm gonna have to erase that. It's written down on the sheet back there.
I have it written down as well.
So I'll put it. This is like one note card. You don't get a notebook, you get one note card.
We do have a few notebooks if people need something other than one tiny card to write on. We only have like 6.
Did you guys?
Yeah, the bottom stuff isn't coming on.
Oh, well, she's muted over
Mute your
here.
microphone.
Got it? Notice how clean the board is, or clean air? Did you know that you could like scribble over this stuff? And I had no clue. I saw Brenda doing it. I was like, that is.
What you drawing? Like, I'm not, I'm cleaning the
What was
board.
that? Permanent marker that my kids drew on that?
Yeah.
I do have the spray.
It was driving me
You can just
crazy.
take a regular, you can take a regular marker and like color over it and then erase it. It erases the new one and this. I have no idea. Anyway, okay.
Elementary teacher tricks.
Everybody has these 2 sheets, right?
Yes.
Am I not? Perfect. So the first one that we're gonna actually go through, I'm not like blocking anything by saying that. Okay. So the first one that we're gonna go through, we walked through like the sort of where we're going. You know what the members area looks like. You know there's gonna be a funnel involved with pages, putting people on your list. Was that helpful to see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that's where we're going. What I want you to do is kind of forget about the details of that. Just, you know where we're going. What I want to talk about now is just the funnel. The funnel that leads people into that. Okay, that's the only thing we're talking about. So, by the end of the weekend, the objective is to get these 2 things filled out. Actually, by the end of tomorrow. All right, because on day 3, we're going to talk about now that everything is figured out, you send it to the developers, they're building this stuff. While they're building it, what do you do when it's done? So we're going to focus day 3 on the marketing of this system when it's complete. All right. So now we need to have these 2 figured out, like, and completely filled out. So let's start with what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually teach these 2 conceptual stuff. I don't want, during this session, I don't want you to write anything down. All right, I just want you to kind of match up what I say with the box that you think it might go in. Everybody in here except Rindala. She said, I even thought about it.
The Kimball. Kimball.
Well, I said Cinderella
Envelope.
simply because the Ella part.
I'm so calling you Kimball from now on.
Thank you. That's our
Contribution for the
I
weekend.
like it, it's so pretty.
It's gonna stick.
Better than my childhood nickname.
It's better than Skinny Vanilla.
Which was what?
It's gonna be named after a last name.
That's what my brothers and sisters called me until I realized that that's a girl name.
Okay. Everybody except Rindala will have the exact same thing filled out in the box. Now, we may have different headlines because we're going to write small and put headlines in here. We're going to put URLs price point sensors. I don't want you to fill anything out now, because this is the only copy you got. Okay? So don't.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay. We're not giving you more.
We're gonna, yeah, we want to make sure that we do it all together. Nobody gets, we don't want to leave it open-ended, like, hey, go and do this, because we know that you likely won't. That's not, that's just humans.
Human.
We've been in this game for a while.
Specific, but- So we're gonna make sure that everybody's just filled out before we leave. All right, so the first one that I want to actually cover is this one right here, the funnel blueprint. So everything starts at the top left, okay? So everything starts at the top left with a lead magnet. Now, that is what, everybody's sort of familiar with this. This is the flow of the funnel. You're going to have a lead magnet, which will lead into a tripwire or feeder product. That's taking somebody from prospect to lead in this first box, taking them from lead to buyer in this second box. That's going to be the most important product that you sell, the first one, okay? So it's going to be a lower ticket product. It's not going to be $5,000 right here and right off the bat. All right, we want to build up a list of customers. So we're going to have the tripwire product. Once they buy that, there's going to be a core offer. Now, I want to sort of talk through with Kimball as we're doing this so we can match up what those core offers are going to be for everybody that's doing white label. So the lead magnets, we saw the two different options. He told you about those. The one that's vague, that he showed on the computer a few minutes ago, with just the headline, and it redirects to the sales page for the application.
You can think of it as a free report, but the report is the sales page.
Because there's actually
there's a lot of
value, there's a lot of
education, there's a lot of
on that
value,
sales page.
teaching them what needs to be done to 10 times your business, and then at the end, it's basically, we know you don't want to do all that yourself. I hated it. My life sucked when I tried to do it myself. Let me do it for you as your technology partner. Done for you, just like you guys all bought into and love the idea of. That's what that sales page is talking about.
And that's the tripwire?
That would be the tripwire. Yes, that's one of them.
So it's the lead magnet in that the delivery of the lead magnet is them reading the sales page.
The other
And
lead
then
magnet,
buying.
the other lead magnet is going to be the Prime Elements.
Have you guys all seen the Prime Elements periodic table?
Yeah.
Okay.
This right here.
That's a lead magnet for the other funnel.
Okay. So that will be another option that we can fill in here. For this weekend, we're going to do one funnel, all right? One funnel per page.
To be clear and upfront, because this is still a work in progress product, when you get your system, when we get it done, it will have the first funnel in it. And we're working on this funnel. When this is done, this will be loaded in there automatically as well. Just let you know, hey, you all have it now.
So the funnel you're talking about right now is the one with the report? And the
Yes,
second funnel
correct.
is the one with the periodic table?
Correct.
Okay.
So right now, we're going to talk about the report. You will have the option to add in other lead magnets later. So you're going to send traffic to a report that promises a benefit. When they opt in, they're going to go into your email list, which will, this is going to outline, this other sheet's going to outline the email path that they actually follow. All right? So just know that when they opt into this first box to your lead magnet, they're opting in right here. These are the first emails in this lead magnet box that they're going to start getting. From there, anything else that they do will bounce them from, depending on their actions, will bounce them to these different series. Okay? So they're going to opt in to get the lead magnet. The second thing, they're going to see the offer, the tripwire. If they buy this, the core offer is what? It's a one-click upsell. So they paid, what's the price point on
They
this?
pay the 37 application fee that comes with the bonus videos and stuff. Then they're taken to a one-click upsell to the Invisible Funnel webinar that is the Internet Marketing Prime Elements Introduction. So we did the webinar, what was it, Thursday last week, when we did redid the introduction, right? Not the first coaching call, but the introduction webinar. And then at the end, we talk about results in advance, and you only pay us the $97 if you love the content. Remember how we went through that, for those of you that were on or saw the webinar? So they're taking the 37 and then they're taking right to a page that sells them you guys, were all of you on the webinar know what invisible funnel means? It's basically results in advance. It's, we don't want your money. You're not going to pay me a penny to get on this webinar or watch the recording in this case. You won't pay me anything until you've watched the recording, and you get to decide at the end of the recording whether or not you think it's worth $97. If it's not, no hard feelings. You just click no. If it is, you click yes, and then they'll actually get another bonus and take them to another upsell.
What's the typical conversion rate on an invisible webinar, on an invisible
To
funnel?
purchase it, the webinar itself, or the sale on the webinar?
The sale, like, how many people say, no, that wasn't really worth it?
Honestly, we've never done this one.
It does, as long as it kind of depends on the
It really depends on,
I
yeah.
got about 10% on the last one I did.
Sorry?
I got about 10% on the last one I did.
I did not pay 10% no's.
10% say that
They
actually
didn't want
spent
to.
it.
Yeah, but mine was, that one was like 50, I think it was.
50%?
Yeah.
Said no?
No, it said yes.
Well,
No, either way. That's
Pretty much the
totally
same
not what I
thing.
meant, I'm sorry. I meant people that
People
showed
who
up.
do the upsell.
I meant, that's what I meant. I was like, the people that actually showed
I've
up
had,
did the upsell that was on that.
in 5-minute mobile, so there's kind of two parts to it. In 5-minute mobile, our upsell to a similar product, which is don't pay me until you use the product, we have a 72% upsell rate, which is phenomenal. $97 a month product. So
Yes,
I'm
that even makes up for the ones that said
patterning
no.
patterning it after that same thing, hoping to get a similar upsell rate to this product as well.
Let me ask a quick question. Sorry. On this first lead magnet, I guess I'm still confused. It sounds like the lead magnet and the tripwire offer is like the $37.
Okay, so that's the reason everybody's confused. Let me fill this out before any more questions come in.
Okay.
Okay.
And also, no disrespect to anybody, let me fill this out before any comments come in. Quit.
Okay.
Okay? So, I'll ask you just to get price points and names. We're gonna name each box, we're gonna put a price in each box. There's only two things we're gonna put in. This will apply, it will be the identical thing for everybody else except
It's just
Kimball.
given.
So, yours will follow the same. You're going to need a lead magnet. You're going to need something for this box. You're going to need a core offer. You're going to need a profit maximizer. If you don't already have all of those, we can find an affiliate product that you can plug into here or outline and have an idea of something that you will create in the future that will go in each one of these boxes. Okay?
Okay.
So, what's the name for the lead magnet? We're going to call it report.
10x report.
Okay, so 10x report, and price for that will be
$37.
free.
Oh, well, yeah. Sales.
You see one, no comments?
I thought you were asking.
Okay, tripwire products. How much is this? 37?
See?
What's the name of it? What are we calling this?
Application fee.
Application fee.
We're not supposed to be talking.
He's
When you have like one of those big, like, symbols or something, you can't talk unless you're holding the statue or something.
The stick.
37?
Yes.
Right, so that's one payment, 37 up front. Okay. When they buy this, they're going to see a page, what, upsell? What is that upsell?
I speak.
Yes.
The invisible funnel webinar for internet marketing primaries.
Okay. So invisible
So
funnel
it's
webinar.
selling the webinar. This isn't them viewing the webinar. This is a sales upsell to get access to the webinar by clicking yes. We won't bill your card. You just click yes. We'll give you access. You decide at the end whether you want it.
So zero down, then $97 if they want to keep it. We have a set time, like that in 2 days, 3 days.
72 hours is what we've been doing, or planned on doing, if you want to call it that. So it's either 72 hours or once you've had the opportunity to watch it. So it does track. It actually, you'll be able to see in your admin area if they watched it.
and click yes or no. Or
Okay. So they're gonna opt in for a free report. Will be delivered on this page. Will lead into an offer that says if you want to do this, the first step is to apply. It's $37. They take that. They see a page, another immediate offer that is the Invisible Funnel webinar. It's selling this product, and it's a risk-free trial. It says, look, this sells for $97. We want you to watch it. We want you to get results from it. We want you to use it before you pay us the $97. So you pay us $0 down now. Just tell us that you want it. Click yes or no. If you want it, then you'll get access to the actual webinar, immediate access once you log into the members area. And then if you like it, you'll be charged $97 in 72 hours. If you don't like it, let us know. You won't be charged anything. No risk. You can watch it. Okay? So that's the offer here. $0 down and $97 if they like it. When they say yes to this,
Plan is to take them to the webinar.
take them to the webinar.
And that's the Profit Maximizer upsell, is us on the webinar selling the coaching program for $497.
So this is the I Am Prime webinar. Okay, so let's just for simplicity's sake, since we call this I Am Prime webinar,
So that's selling it. This is delivering it and selling the coaching program.
gotcha.
The only thing about
It will also be in the members area for those who do say yes and they want it. They'll have recorded access for that product in the members area. If they say no, it removes access and makes them buy it. Gotcha.
Okay. So they're gonna see, if they say yes, what happens if they say no? They delete the page, no,
We had it down. so
just email follow-up.
Yeah, it's email follow-up. They're on the list to keep coming back and buy it.
So if they say no here, that's fine. They're still gonna be on your list. We'll still have email follow-ups that keep pushing them that says, hey, go say yes. Go say yes. If they say yes here, no here, there'll be a different list that have that push them here. I see you bought this, go say yes to this. You bought this, go say yes. Okay. So there's not going to be an immediate offer. We're not putting it in the actual pages in the funnel, but the emails will push them back. Okay. That way we get the maximum number. The goal here, the people that opt in here, we want the maximum number to eventually buy this and take this offer. Okay. So when they say yes to this, it's actually delivered on the next page. And instead of this being a one-time decide now if you want this $500 thing, it's going to be the actual webinar that we delivered where we sell the $500 thing. So they're delivering all of this value.
So right now, the way it's designed, it actually would be another page. So they're going to click yes or no. Did I love the webinar? Bill me 97 or no? And if they click yes, then they're taken to a very quick upsell to the coaching program. So we're not actually selling the coaching program on the webinar. We're just selling them on say yes, give me the money. And then the upsell from there is, oh, by the way, we've got this coaching program. Here's what you're going to get. And then sell the coaching program as an upsell.
So the coaching program is the profit maximizer. That's your last in the chain. That's your last.
It's one of the profit maximizers. The real goal, honestly, is they're applying to join this. The real goal is to get them to pay $5,000, $10,000, whatever these guys are going to be charging through 513 for it in the future. So you guys make huge commissions from this group, this product being sold in the future. The front end offer is ideally you recouping your advertising costs so you can keep spending money on advertising, getting a big list, getting lots of customers, and then spitting off 1, 2, 3, 5 big high ticket sales a month. So that's kind of the whole funnel. All of the follow-up emails, all of the stuff that they get put into is pushing them, make sure you've applied, and oh, by the way, have you watched the webinar? And then make sure you've applied, oh, by the way, did you see the coaching program? At whatever point they say no, it's going to keep pushing them back there, but it's always pushing them to apply, to finish the application, to go through the homework, to go through the what we call evolved selling system that we're not going to get into with you guys because it's not, I mean, we can get into more, but.
Great. So they say yes to this. The ultimate, now, do you know, is it going to be on the next page whenever we deliver the system? So this will be set up here? Okay, so it will be here and in the members area. So just imagine this as being watching from the members area and this watching from an external page, from the actual sales funnel. The exact same webinar. Buttons underneath says yes or no, did you like it? Upsell buttons on here, would you like the extra offer? Okay. So when they let's say that they buy this, then they're going to hit a profit maximizer where they'll watch the webinar. So the webinar will be here, and then that sells.
Webinar.
What are we calling that? What's the upsell name?
It's the same as that. So on the webinar, I'm not trying to sell them the coaching. I'm trying to make them want the coaching without realizing that it's even an offer. But the offer, what we're closing them on, is getting that $97. That's the main goal. And then the next page is just a brief, so that you would add another page off after that as an upsell to the coaching.
So if they buy the coaching there, then it takes them to an upsell, or if they buy the webinar there, then it takes them to a
Correct.
page upsell.
If they say, yes, I love this webinar, it was awesome, thank you very much, then we take them to a page that says, cool, well, you love that, you're going to love this even more. We've got a coaching program, it's a 4-week thing, you learn this, it's more in-depth, blah, 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 and that sells them the $497 coaching.
Yep. So this will be to solidify this sell, the $97, then the $497 coaching upsell here. If they, for some reason, don't watch it here, they're in a hurry, then watch it from the members area. Same principle. We deliver that, get them to sell 97. Did you like it? We want them to click yes. When they click yes, then they're brought to basically another page that's selling the $497. Okay.
So the application fee gives them access to the member page?
Yes, that's the first
Yep.
product.
This
So
will be delivered right here.
So they get into the members area by paying the $37.
What is, how does that work? That's
$37 gets them access to apply, okay?
For what?
For this, to be partners. It's the done for you technology partnership. We didn't make you guys go through an application process. We were on a webinar and we just said, hey, if you want it, let's do it. You can be our founding group. Everybody else coming forward is going to go to a 20-point application, give us your information, then they're going to get a call from someone like Donna, who's going to pre-qualify, pre-screen them, then take them through this homework process. It's a very complex, very effective process for selling high tickets.
Before they even get to the webinar?
no, that's all kind of a parallel thing. So they're buying an application, we send them how to apply. Oh, by the way, we got this webinar, you might want this, you might want this, you might want this. Meanwhile, make sure you've applied, make sure you've completed your application, make sure you're talking to your coach. So what we're doing here is we're giving you guys the ability to make all the money on the front end, selling the stuff. Meanwhile, every one of those sales that comes in, we're going after them to try and get them in this group and make you big commissions.
And you
So
guys
one
are
way
going to
to-
do the screening for that?
Yes, we do the screening. You don't have to do the interviewing. You don't have to do any of that stuff. We do that. We try and close the 5K, 10K sales. And whenever people buy this, what currently is called Ignition Accelerator, we're realizing we're conflicting with another company in the industry, so we'll be changing the name
Yeah, I
probably.
was going to say there's another group out there that's using Ignition.
Yeah.
Logo
Yeah,
is very similar to
The logo is eerily
Anyway.
similar to their logo too.
Yes, it is.
Isn't it what I need?
Anyway,
R&D, right?
so look at this piece right here, because this is whenever they apply. Yes, it's an application fee. They're paying $37. But there's also going to be tangible stuff they're going to be getting access to delivered here in the members area for that $37.
Okay.
All right, so it's not like they're going to pay and then all of a sudden they're gone. You don't know what we're doing with them and all of that.
So it's like
They're gonna-
application and access.
From a sales
So what we're going to
perspective.
do, right now we're selling the application as the main thing. All right, if that bombs, which it might, then we're going to sell the bonuses
And
And
by the
including
way,
an application.
you can do it either way, right? We wanted the psychology of the sales letter to be, man, I really want in that group, I want my stuff done for you, so they're looking to pay us big money. Oh, by the way, you've got these great bonuses, so it's worth it anyway. We can easily flip that and say, oh, check out these great bonuses, but then the psychology of them isn't saying, well, yeah, I want in this program, and they're not eagerly trying to get into the program. So
They're going to pay $37 to apply, but for their $37, they're going to get 3 to 5 times that of tangible training in the members area for the $37.
To me, what it was sounding like was you're paying $25 or whatever to apply to a college. You get in, great. If you don't, well, too bad, so sad.
Right. But this is, you're getting a couple college courses for that $25
That's cool.
at the same time.
You come in, learn how we teach, learn what we believe, learn, how we sort of run our business. If you like it, resonate, you want to move through the rest of the stuff, then great. You've already got your application, so we'll move you through the process.
And those videos that they're watching are also part of the homework process. So even if they need to watch those videos and even be considered to get on the phone with one of us to be part of this group, they have to jump through these hoops.
So in that aspect, then you're doing it like Ignition, like we did
Correct.
when we applied for Ignition.
Exactly.
And so you guys, when it's talk to a coach, does that mean you guys? Or someone?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I
we're gonna not talk about that part.
Okay.
Because that's invisible to this one,
Okay.
and that's not on the sheet, so.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just know that, just think of it this way, okay? This is your funnel, and as soon as they buy, they're handed off into your affiliate link to our funnel where we're going to sell them the high ticket. We take care of all that, and you just get notified, hey, someone just joined the group, you got a big commission coming your way. But all of this stuff is happening in your funnel, in your members area. You don't worry about any of the back end stuff when it comes to this group.
And we get all this upfront money.
Correct.
And just to be clear, so I'm not like just trying to be an ass for the sake of it and push through this. We went to an implementation workshop where they set the tone as you're going to walk away with everything done, gave us plenty of these worksheets, everything's going to get done, and then they brought in all kinds of presenters. They did Q&A the whole time, they had feedback, and we left with a third of the stuff done and still having stuff to do.
Really late tonight.
I want to make sure that we understand this and we get the work done while we're here so we can pass it off to somebody, and the only thing that you focus on when you leave is marketing. You start planning out your marketing. What am I going to do? Because I've already got all this, the headlines written, I've already got all the stuff written. All of the emails that you're going to have to write, which I'll touch on in a second, they're going to be written for you. You will have the ability to go in and modify them if you want. Rendela, you will have templates for those. I'll get you the templates. You'll just literally plug and play. That's going to be something that you'll need to break out, like to get those done this weekend. So that's sort of why.
Well, I don't look at it you being a jerk. I think you're keeping it focused.
Yeah, we can always write our questions down too and do them at the end, because a lot of them get answered as you go.
I think you're a jerk.
We can also
I prefer Brad.
Okay, so any questions on this? We know what the lead magnet is. We know what the tripwire is. We know what the core offer is. We know what the profit maximizer is. Any questions on this? Does this all make sense for everybody?
Give you a 10-second layover of what the other funnel will be. Its lead magnet is the prime elements. They're taken straight to the sales page.
Let's don't even go, not even an overview. This is the funnel you're getting first. When we add the other one in, it's a bonus.
Okay.
Okay, shut up.
You will even be able to create your own stuff and replace in here, but don't think about that right now. What I would do, look at this as you're focused before you add in another system. For those of you that plan on adding another system, make $100,000 with this system, and add in another one.
Focus, make money.
With this system, make 10 grand with this existing setup, then start modifying the setup. Okay? Think about it like that.
I'm still trying to understand the psychology of the lead magnet, tripwire, core offer. They seem to be disjointed to me. I mean,
Okay.
You're promoting a 10x, 10x your business, right? And they're going to read this long sales letter and it's like, okay, so if I want all this stuff, I want to 10x my business, I want to apply for this service or this application. I want, whatever it's called. I want to apply for this $37 thing.
I think
But our core offer is this internet marketing prime element. There just seems to be a disconnect, and I didn't know.
Okay, I know why. Because this is a $15,000 program that they're applying for technically right here. But we can't take somebody from $37 to $15,000.
I understand.
It's very difficult. So we sell the internet marketing prime elements, which lays the proper foundation to get them that dissects all of the stuff that we talk about in the sales letter, dissects each piece of it, and goes through and basically says, here are the components, here's how it works, here's why you need these certain things. Here's even more depth. We'll take this, what we just showed you, we'll dive in even deeper for $497 for the coaching, and then that coaching leads into this. If you want us to go ahead and do it.
Yeah, to me, that's much more of a logical transition. You know, almost, and it's kind of like what you're talking about with your secondary funnel. To me, actually sounds more logical because if it kind of depends on the market that you're trying to go to, right? I mean, if you're trying to talk to someone that's already got a business and he wants to 10x his business, then maybe signing up for a done-for-you program makes sense. But if you're marketing to somebody that says, you know, I want to do internet marketing, but I'm not really sure how to do it, right? That's a different customer,
Completely
right?
different avatar.
And so, but when you show them the prime elements, and then you break it down, all these pieces and parts of the prime elements, and you say, wow, this is a lot of stuff, but go do it yourself. Whoa. Or the other option is, we've got this great program that will help you do it all. And so it's just more of a natural upsell, and that's for, you know, $1,000 a month or whatever it is, right? So I'm having trouble with the marketing
The 10 times part?
message.
You just don't like this first.
Because
I
I
understand how it
actually
ties
was
in.
lost too when the webinar started.
Are you trying to figure out how the prime elements ties into the open offer, or how the lead magnet ties to the sales of the application?
I think
I'm trying to understand the marketing message and who we're marketing to and what are we actually trying to market, because I'm seeing two different marketing messages.
Do they have
One
access
is,
to the sales letter? Is that page line where you could send a
that's
link?
lead magnet. Right.
The sales letter.
This pre-report.
Yeah, maybe it's just because I'm
Is that how
If
it's-
you go to 10, if you go to 10xinnercircle.com, you'll see my version of the letter. So to answer your question quickly, hopefully, who you're marketing this to is other struggling internet marketers who have tried something, they're trying something, the message is essentially how you 10 times your business is you quit selling other people's stuff and you start selling your own. So when you're giving away a lead magnet that says, I'm going to teach you how to do that, it's not just a sales page. Most of the page is educating them on the process and the value of getting your own product.
I understand.
And then
It's the $37 part that's throwing me off. I mean, I understand that 10x part feeding into the core offer, or maybe some sort of a splintered version of the core offer. But I'm having trouble tying that whole, okay, so here's all the stuff you need for internet marketing. We can do it for you. We can do it for you. Sign up for a $37 application fee. It just seems like there's a disconnect there. But it's probably
you'll start to see it. You don't have to see it right now, but it will come. It took me a while to actually sort of.
I
make
just did
connection
that.
to. You can ask Scott. I told him, I was like, whenever we first started talking about this, I didn't really know the depth of this. And I was talking to him, I was like, I don't like that application. Like it doesn't. I said the exact same thing that you just said.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But once I started seeing how the transition's made and knowing that we're putting in the other lead magnet, I mean, it'll
I just think of it as the other stuff is preparing them to make a better decision about the done for you when they're ready. That might take a month, 2 months, 6 months. The email stuff's going to follow up. They'll have follow-up calls. That 37 sort of weeds people out who aren't serious, right? And then you start to give them other value through the other things, and they'll be like, okay, maybe I do want this done for me. And do the application and follow up.
And is the $37 also kind of like the thing where then you don't have people that you're spending 10 times the time on because they've been weeded out?
The actual verbiage on the sales page is you got to put some skin in the game.
Yeah,
before I'm willing to even
that's just
have a conversation.
I'm just, whatever.
I just
What's
signed
more
up though
marketing?
for a Facebook through
It's not a.
Yeah, $49, right?
Marketing
The
goal
tripwire, you
is-
gotta have tripwire. I'm not disputing that. I'm just
But-
saying
Their
the
marketing
content
goal is
that the
struggling
application
marketers and how
to
they
me is
10 times their income and they'll get
a
there
logical
through other
tripwire.
stuff.
But it's exactly like this. It's $49, then you get a bigger offer. I need to go in about Facebook, I trust them.
So I just did $49 and I thought I'll look into the rest later. But they're gonna continue to throw it at me, right? And I was willing to pay for me $49 to learn all that from her, who I know knows what she's doing, is worth it to me just for her knowledge, whether, you know.
Hey, just
Which is what you're
quick
saying.
question. The profit maximizer, is that invisible funnel too? Is that they get that, but only pay 97 if yes? They're gonna value? Or is that they pay 97?
The
to see it?
97 is actually just considered the core offer. We want them to say yes to this, but when they say yes, that you're not actually making money until they show up to it and click the yes button. So that would fall in the core offer. This, we want them to say yes, so that's the first half of it, but the maximizer is the 497 coaching. Directly after they click yes, we're saying, do you want the intensive 4-week, 5-week coaching, whatever it is. That's sort of the profit maximizer.
So sorry if I'm being thick, because I thought that the webinar, they got to see, in the core offer, they got to see that for $0 down, but they only pay within 72 hours if they like it.
Yes.
So then they go to Profit Maximizer, that's a different webinar that sells coaching.
That's the $97 thing that they bought.
Yeah.
So, all right, take this off, put $97 here, put $497 here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Forget the 0 down, 97, whatever. Like this is, the core offer is $97. The Tripwire product is $37. The Profit Maximizer is $497.
Okay, sorry, got it.
There's just a little bit of overlap on the way that we're selling because, and to address the reason that we're doing it that way, to address what you're talking about, Joel, we want the maximum amount of people to come in here to do this. But at the same time, if you're spending money on advertising and you're making a $37 profit, if you make $37 for this product, then that's all, then you have to be fairly cautious on what you actually spend. So we want as many people to do this, but we also want as many people to do this and qualify them so we have a very high take rate on this and this. We want like 60+% of the people that buy this to say, yeah, I'll try this webinar. And taking them through that application fee is going to get 60% to do that. If we led with internet marketing prime elements, that Tripwire, we might have 30% actually take this because that would be the disconnect. So by going the application fee, we are going to get less people buying the Tripwire. That's just, we will get less people. However, out of the people that buy that, we're going to have way more say yes to this and be a good fit for this, which is going to be the upfront marketing and money that goes into your pocket.
And be a better fit for the application and the back end high ticket.
Now, like I said, if we start sending here, we're going to have the other funnel that we'll be able to send to, and you'll have two if you want to send people to the other offer, and we're going to be sending to both and testing. Does that help? The reason as far as why we're going the application route?
I understand the concept of a tripwire.
Where are you hung
disputing that? I'm hung up on the content within the tripwire. There's no value in my mind. There's no
They're paying $37
connection between the lead magnet and the tripwire and the core offer. It's completely disconnected in my mind.
There's training
Okay.
and
If you go to like a Ryan Dice machine concept or a splintered product kind of a thing, the way that I've learned it, and obviously I don't know it because I haven't tried it myself, but the concept is you have a core offer, and maybe it's it's the 97, maybe that price point's not quite right, but something that's fairly expensive, and then you splinter off that product and you make a tripwire out of it. You make it a $37. Hey, here's
That's exactly what we've done.
That's what it is.
But the application
Plus bonus. That may be the part you're missing.
Yeah.
They're going through the sales letter is going to be selling the application. Oh, by the way, if you apply, you're also getting these bonuses, which will include the IM Prime elements, a training around that will give them. That way, if they're not spending $37 just to apply for something that they won't hear about until way later. They're spending $37. They're going to immediately get the education that is going to be congruent for all of this.
They're getting a recording of me speaking in an event that I spoke with these guys where people said it was worth the entire event cost. They're getting a recording of my presentation at Ignition.
Right, but just think of the audience though. You're
Can I
talking
say
to
something?
some professional marketers, and that can see the value of a done-for-you system, as opposed to an entry-level guy that says, yeah, 10X sounds great.
Entry-level person.
You know,
I'm just gonna have to ask you to trust.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're spending a lot of time. You guys have made millions of dollars, and we're white labeling your experience. We're not even getting to really say what that content is. We're trusting that you guys know what you're doing, and we'll tweak
And
it.
you have every freedom to change the offer and sell whatever you want. If you don't like what we're selling,
But we also want to make a lot of money off of you guys making a lot of money.
Sure.
So we are trying to make this convert.
it's in our best interest to make sure this thing converts
Yeah.
Right, and yeah,
as well as possible.
okay, good.
And the customers stay happy and they feel like they got great value and they love what they got from us so that they want to apply and get more. I mean, half of the people in this room are here because of their relationship and what they've already got from Justin and Brenda or from me, and more than willing to buy more.
And I'm that new person who's just starting that didn't know any of them, that bought it because I've already learned in 6 months. It's gonna cost me a lot more to do this by myself than to just put this out upfront from the very beginning and get it done.
So
So,
she's
I'm a
proved that
perfect
an
example
outside
of
will
that.
convert.
And you didn't know us
I didn't know
either.
you.
She's not from us.
Cindy McShay, that's
The
the
webinar, for example, the webinar that she was on from Kate McShay when she bought it is
The same one.
It is the exact same text that's on that sales page, word for word, got put into the webinar presentation. She bought this from the exact page that is going to be selling it to your people.
And for a new
application
person,
fee.
to put out 5,000, which I could, after you start looking into it, you can see how fast you can spend 5,000 on, 3 different systems, whatever, and not get any of them right. And then not to have to pay the additional until I make money, that's a pretty good way to start, for a new person. That's how I felt.
And as an audience, nobody was pre-kindergarten more than I was, and I'm
me
maybe
too.
up to kindergarten.
Yeah, me also. So
That's the audience I was.
All right, what time is it?
107.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up in like 13 minutes.
Okay.
So, everybody clear on this right now? We're gonna come back, we're gonna go into each one of the boxes, dive deep. You're gonna put a name and a price point and a URL for each one of your boxes, okay, after lunch. So be thinking about it, Rindala, be thinking about the offers that you're gonna put in here.
Yeah,
What am I gonna offer? Go ahead and start brainstorming those. Okay, so once they come in through this lead magnet, we need, where they go and what they say yes and no to in this process, we need to appropriately put them somewhere. So this is sort of the flow, and this is the concept that Ryan Dice teaches on this, what he calls his email marketing machine. I kept the verbiage the exact same. So when they come into the lead magnet, the purpose of this box is these are going to be follow-up emails, right? And we're going to actually write in the subject lines of those emails. You guys don't have to write the emails. I've already written them for you. You're just going to have to put the subject lines in here so you can sort of look at this and say, okay, here's what my email funnel looks like from a glance, all right? So we're going to fill that out. The purpose of that first box, the lead magnet box, I keep pointing up here. They come in here, they go in to this lead magnet. Purpose of this is to push them to buy this. Once they buy this, they are removed from this lead magnet, and they are put in, at the same time that they opt in here, they're actually going to 2. They go in here and they go into the indoctrination series. The indoctrination series is made up of 3 emails. These are bringing people into your world. They're making them connect with you. All right, so they're bringing them into, who am I? Like you're proving to them that you have value. I have templates for those as well. There will be. We're going to write everybody's indoctrination series probably by the end of today. All right, all the emails will be written because that's one that you're going to incorporate your personal story. And templates, I'm just not a big fan of. I've got templates to start from that will make the writing process easier, but the sales templates, they're literally, you don't have to worry about those, okay? So when they opt in, 2 things happen. They're put on both lists. indoctrination, which is made up of 3 emails, and then the lead magnet, which is primarily, the only objective is to sell this. Once they buy this, they're removed from the lead magnet and they're put into the engagement series. So lead magnet, okay, so this is a little bit different. Lead magnet puts people into the engagement series. So if you'll follow the little arrow down here, and they opt in, they're put into the indoctrination and the engagement series at the same time. The engagement series is geared to sell the tripwire, to turn them from a prospect to a customer. All right? I have these templates written. We'll finish the indoctrination. Once they buy this thing, then they're going to move to what's called an ascension series. Hey, you just bought this, but I noticed you didn't buy this. If you're still interested, here's some benefits and the reason why you should go buy it. Okay? So that ascension series, we made up, there'll be a few emails going to sell this. If they say no to this like 6 or 8 times, we're not going to keep pounding them saying, hey, go to this. We're going to bring some other benefits, and we're going to tell them about this. We've got this 4-week coaching. Maybe you need one-on-one stuff, and we're going to leave with this. Some people that say no to this will eventually buy this. They'll buy this first, just the way that happens. Ideally, we'll have them go through this flow. But if not, if they say no to this, then we'll have emails that sell this. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's fairly simple. There's only 3 email series that you're going to need to worry about. The indoctrination series, what is that for? Somebody tell me.
Tell them about us.
Get to know us.
It indoctrinates the prospect to you and your brand. That way they develop that relationship with you, and they're going to continue to open up future emails versus opting in and getting emails, opting into your page and getting emails from Tom, who is the system owner. All right, because guess what's going to happen when you try to send them an email? They're going to say, who the heck is this guy? I don't know him, I know Tom. All right, so the indoctrination is to sell them on you. The engagement series, what's the purpose of that?
Get them to buy the products.
Yes, to get them to buy the tripwire product. All right, so they'll come in through a lead magnet. They'll see the offer.
Tripwire or the core offer?
The tripwire. That is to sell the tripwire. Now, the same way that the Ascension series switches from this to this, if they go into the engagement series and they don't buy this tripwire, this is a $37 product. If somebody emailed me 30 days in a row about a product that's $37, guess what? If I don't say yes after like 10 days, I'm not saying yes. I don't want it. Don't keep talking to me about it. I'm going to unsubscribe and I'm going to be mad. So we're going to send emails that sell this, and if they say no, they're still in this engagement series. So we're just going to move from talking about this, we're going to start talking about this. Hey, it's free. You didn't want to spend $37? How about something for free? Free trial, risk-free. It's a webinar. We give great value. So you're going to have people coming in through this as well. Does that make sense? Yes.
So I understand exactly what you're saying. This box over here that says product or service. So if they purchase right away, they're going to go over to that one at the top instead of going into the engagement series?
Okay, so you're saying they come in through the lead magnet, they see this, which is the product or service, they say yes to this. It depends. If they say yes to this and they say no to everything else, they will be put in an engagement series for this.
for, launches. And so, for example, if you were going to participate in this 513 launch, you wouldn't want to send the 513 offer to the people who are in your engagement series. You only send that to the people who have worked their way through everything and they're over here, and that's what you send other offers to. Or new offers that leads them to a new lead magnet, a new tripwire, puts them in a different Ascension series.
But for now, when you don't have a lot of stuff going on, then just you sending out your broadcasts, your generalized emails, they'll just be getting those.
So what we do is the way that it's set up now, and I don't know functionality-wise if it works the same way, but we have what's called email tags in Infusionsoft. So if somebody comes through an entire engagement series and they don't buy our tripwire, and they don't buy our next thing we're talking about, and they get out of the engagement series without buying anything, there is a tag applied that puts them into a segmentation bucket. And when we send out a broadcast email, if we're making an offer to somebody, we send that out to everybody in a segmentation bucket who is not in currently an engagement bucket. Because if they're still in the engagement series and we're trying to get them, we're talking about this product, and then we come out of left field talking about a totally different product, that's kind of confusing to them. They may buy it, but it's just not the best relationship to establish. So until they get through that engagement series and they're done talking and they didn't buy it, that means they're not interested in that topic. So then we introduce them to something else. And that can be if you've got a blog, that's who you can broadcast to. Now, one thing, you can broadcast affiliate offers. If you decide to host a webinar, you can broadcast everybody that's not in an engagement series. One thing that we typically do, if we have consistent content, so literally starting this Tuesday, every single Tuesday and Thursday, we will send out a newsletter, and that sends people back to our blog with a new piece of content. That content then sells random stuff and just adds value and stuff like that. But when we send that broadcast out, it goes to everybody, regardless. I don't care if they're in an engagement series or not, because it's value. We're maintaining that relationship that we started with the indoctrination series. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Cool. All right, so is that helpful just to kind of see how everything fits together? We're going to dive into each one of the boxes and really get them identified. Is that helpful, just going through those? Mm-hmm. Any questions on these? No? Yes? Permission to ask questions now? Good?
No, I just, to me, this proves once again that this isn't like Empower Network, where you're in this,
no,
and you can't get it. Well, I mean, because that's, like you're not going to just be constantly bombarded with.
Well, that's what Empower and Move and them, they teach.
Is,
the only thing you ever send to your people is this offer. Just keep sending it, and eventually people.
Well, I mean, I couldn't even get my $7 thing. I just did a circle of 25 and then 67. So, I mean, this at least, you see the value, and they aren't like keep I like it.
Cool. Who else likes it? Anyone?
Value. That's what I've been hearing since the beginning, and it's just increasing. I mean, I can understand more and more the value.
Next. Okay, so let's break for lunch. Everybody be thinking, just reviewing this in your head, because we're going to fill this out before the day's over. And also, what I'm going to do during lunch is actually don't worry about this for right now, because I'm going to set up a Google Drive folder and share it with all of you guys, and it will have all of the email templates. And Brindle, if you'll give me, it might be tonight before I can get them done, but I'll get you some sales page templates. Okay. Because I just got to go and take them from one place and put them somewhere that's more accessible. Sure. All right.
I do have one question, I guess. You want us to be thinking about this. So are you saying that we're supposed to come up with our own names and stuff?
Everybody except her is going to have the exact same thing on a piece of paper, but I want you to think about it and just review what I just taught in your head and just sort of take the worksheet. So I want you to internalize how the pieces fit together is the point.
Okay.
Because I mean, we could skip this whole section and just give it to you, and you wouldn't know how it works, and you would just be confused with all these other questions. You'd be like, I don't know, why am I sending people here? That doesn't make sense. I want you to understand how all the pieces fit together.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the most, I mean, that's a core right there. I mean, that's why so many people don't have results. They don't understand why it is that they're doing it or what it is or how. It's the understanding that's just going to give you the confidence to be able to really go out there and do this stuff. So that's why it's really important that you really understand. And having conversations at lunch today, I mean, it's definitely get to know each other, but even, talk a little bit about it, because if someone's got a question, you can actually explain something, you're like, oh, yeah, okay, I do get it. Yeah, you can teach yourself a little bit better, too.
I would say it would be great if, like, you partner up with somebody and each of you teach the other person what I just taught. Take your worksheet and just act as if they're brand new and teach them what I just taught. Say, here's the funnel. Here's what a lead magnet is. Here's sort of what it's going to be. It leads to this. If they say yes or no, just teach what I just taught. It'll help you internalize it whenever we go to fill it out. And whenever it's done, whenever the system's delivered to you, you'll know what you've got. It's also going to be very helpful tomorrow or next day when we start doing marketing stuff. Because when we start adding marketing stuff, that's a whole new layer. There's going to be some stuff that I tell you to do in terms of marketing that you're like, wait, that makes no sense. But if you know these pieces, I'll be able to explain why we're doing it and how it's going to be more effective than most of the other marketing you see.
I have a question on that, on the funnel that you have up there on the board. Although you've got the arrow from the core offer to the profit maximizer, that actually doesn't go that way, right? It goes down to the yes, no. It does do both?
So when they buy here, this webinar will show up in their members area down here. But at the same time, when they say yes, we're going to immediately deliver that on the next page.
So they have to buy that first before they see it?
They just click the yes button. And they're charged $0. They have 72 hours. They're going to come to this page and say, okay, here's the webinar that you just paid for. There's other bonuses in your members area that you're going to get, so don't forget to go log in and get those. And by the way, if you don't have time to watch this webinar right now, you can. It's housed in your members area. This is essentially a sales page. It's somebody paying $97 to see a sales message, which gives incredible value.
Wait a second. So, because I'm confused. Because I thought, just looking at your prices there, you've got the lead magnet that's free, the tripwire, which is essentially the application plus bonuses, which is 37. That takes you to your core offer, which is free until you see the value. Then you pay 97 for that, correct, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then I thought you got to this place down here where you said, if you like that, we got this other stuff too.
That's the thing. I think it's a little bit confusing. Is there should be another box. So after they click yes, they're taken to another quick video, quick thing that says buy this 497.
Which is that one down at the bottom, right?
The one down here he's put as the members area. So there's 2 places that webinar is delivered. Either place, if they click yes and they want to pay the 97, they're taken to the coaching. They're basically saying, wow, this Prime Elements stuff is awesome. And they're taken to an offer that says, awesome, we're glad you liked the Prime Elements. Here's some more. Do you want some more Prime Elements training?
Okay, but so once they've clicked yes, they've clicked yes, they've paid the 97, they automatically get the profit maximizer then, right? The profit max, it's
No,
not.
that's the coaching.
They get offered.
They get
offered the 497 coaching.
They get an offer,
Which is just a more in-depth.
Yeah.
There's
a breakdown of the
elements. The elements, and then you have the more detailed coaching program, which is the 4-week 497.
Okay, for now, forget about the 0 down, you're charged 97, and then the purpose of this for 97, and then upsell. Forget about that. Just know that the tripwire product you're selling for 37, the core offer product you're selling for 97, the profit maximizer product you're selling for 497. How we sell it, there may be another page that is mixed in here, but you don't need to really wrap your head around that right now. All right, how we're selling it, we want, like I said, we want the max. If we have 100 people buy this for 37, we want 50 plus of those people to say, yeah, I want that $97 thing too, because it's free. So we're going to get a large majority of them, and this payment is just delayed a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
So then
Just think of that 97 as like a little bit more complex sales. There's a two-part sales process. Say yes, you want to look at it, and then decide to buy it later. Once they've decided to buy it, they go to the profit maximizer offer for $497.
Okay, because I think that's what I was getting confused about. So the way you've got profit maximizer, that's actually an offer. It's not the actual profit maximizer.
It's an upsell to
It's an upsell to get access to the coaching program.
It does two things. It delivers what they just bought. That's part one. The second part is it sells the next step.
Okay.
But it is, I just ran out of room, so there will be another page. It will be the webinar, and at the end of it, say, hey, if you like this, if you didn't like it, then let us know so we don't charge you $97. If you did like it, just click yes, and
The way that I sold it,
they see another one.
the way that I sold it on the webinar recording is if you say yes, I'm also going to give you an extra bonus with some more details about it. And that extra bonus that they get for saying yes is the introduction to the coaching program, the Profit Maximizer offer, and that's when we're paying the $497.
Okay.
All right, let's break for lunch, unless there's any other questions.
What time? 1 hour. 1:27. We'll be back here by 2:30. Any housekeeping about? I know there's a restaurant in the house, but you said in the hotel. But you said there's other places.
The mall, which I believe has a food court of some sort.
There's a good. I ate yesterday at that lemon.
Blue Lemon.
Yeah, it was really good. They have a good variety.
Is that in the mall?
It's around the corner.
It's right across from the temple in the mall. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in the mall. But there's a lot of things within walking. There's Italian across the street. So
the food court is like.
Take out your phone and look for something to eat. You'll have.
There's a
50
Subway
places.
about a half a block down.
Yeah.
Guys, let's meet at 3.
yeah, let's be back at 3. Then we'll do an hour and a half to give you a little bit of extra time. So especially for the first day, you guys can talk, find out where things are. Let's meet back in this room at 3 o'clock. So put a little alarm on. Make sure you be accountable. Try not to be late. Be back in here at 3.
Is our stuff gonna be okay, or should we take it?
Oh, that's a great question. Can we lock these doors or no?
I would probably take it. Well, we can stay in. We'll make sure somebody's in here.
Guys, just put your
Feel free to leave it.
computers
Yeah,
on.
set it, maybe set it underneath the table, but we'll make sure somebody's in here. We can.
Well, whatever.
Okay.